Buffalo Soldiers. After a job well done, our wandering samurai heads out into the frontier once again. This time towards a strange rumbling sound that he hears thundering somewhere far off in the distance. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Adventures of Hattori Hanzo. Real quick before we begin, I'd like to ask everyone a question. I was wondering if you all would like to continue doing 2 videos per week, or if you'd prefer that we drop down to 1 video per week. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. Let's take a look at how Hattori Hanzo has been progressing. At the end of our last episode, we did level up, so we are now level 3. We currently have 140 experience towards level 4, 480 gold. We do have 1 Darkstone item. We're currently carrying 6 amount of weight, and we do have 3 corruption points. We did gain +1 to our lore, and also +1 to our movement when we leveled up, as well as 2 additional side bag tokens, and our health is now 17. Let's join our wandering samurai as he makes his way towards the next frontier town. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our next town episode. We only have 1 Darkstone item this time around, which is the Darkstone grip in our katana. So let's roll to see if we get any corruption from that. Remember, on a 1, 2, or 3, we take a corruption hit. 4, 5, or 6, we're fine. We are fine. Let's roll to see if we'll be traveling to a small, medium, or large town. A 1, 2 will be a small town. 3, 4, a medium. And 5, 6 will be a large town. A medium town. As we make our way towards the medium town, we do have 1 travel hazard, so we will roll for that now. The purple die will be the 10s digit, and the gold die will be the single digit. 41. Stampede. The earth shakes, and the thunderous onslaught is deafening as a massive herd of buffalo stampede across the trail around you. Each hero must make a strength 4+ test to keep control of their mount. If passed, gain 15 XP as you stare down the unruly herd. If failed, your horse panics at the chaos and throws you. Roll once on the injury chart using 3d6 and discarding the lowest single die roll. Okay, we have a strength of 5. We need a 4+ on 1 die to succeed. And we are good. Let's see if we are approaching a specialty town. A 5 is a rail town. Many towns on the frontier are connected by a network of rail lines, with trains bringing fresh supplies, fresh faces, and news from back east on a daily basis. Our special rules for this town: there are fresh supplies. At the start of every day in town, each hero may draw a gear card that is a special deal they find offered by a street vendor. This card may be purchased by that hero for the listed value plus $100. Treat no listed value as 0. If not purchased, discard that gear card. Hustle and bustle. Draw 2 daily event cards for each day in town. And rail travel. When finished in town, you may take the train to a different area. If rolling randomly for your next mission, you may roll twice and choose which mission to play. Also, each hero may start the next adventure fully healed in both health and sanity. Some extra options we have is to send a telegraph. Once per hero per town stay, you can send a telegraph to a friend or relative back east, telling them of your adventures. And if we're an outlaw hero, which we are not, we can rob the train. Let's see what locations will be available to us in this town. Doc's office. The street market. The gambling hall. We seem to get one of these everywhere we go. A mutant quarter. Frontier outpost. And last we have a sheriff's office. We will be spending the night in the hotel. Let's see which 2 daily events we'll get on our first day in town. First one is just another day on the frontier. But this is a specialty town, so we need to roll and see what we get. We roll 1d6. 6. Big city reporter. One random hero is approached by a reporter looking for a story. The hero may make a lore 5+ test. If passed, the reporter races off to the presses to print your heroic tale. Gain d6 times 10 XP. Look at that, we're making headlines, folks. We have a lore of 4+. We need at least 1 5. There we go. Alright, so we gain d6 times 10 XP. $30 XP. The first thing that we're going to be doing in town is we're going to be selling our Beast Hunter's rifle that we got in our last adventure. We cannot use guns, so it's of no use to us. That is worth $450. Oh, and we do have a second daily event for today, which will be... Market prices are down. Time has passed since the last demonic attack, and everyone is a little more at ease. All prices in town today are minus $10. Let's see what our gear card is for our fresh supplies in the real town. It is a tomb chest. That might not be too bad to have, in case we start carrying a lot more Darkstone. It would cost us $590. Let's see what they cost from the blacksmith. I know we don't have a blacksmith in this town, but if we were to buy one from a blacksmith, let's see what it would cost. It would actually be about the same price. It would be $600 at a blacksmith, and we'd be paying $590 for this one. Let's see how the rest of our day goes before we make any decisions. Let's go to the doctor's office for our first day, try and treat some corruption. Rolling on the doctor's location event. 11. Special mission. The doc gives you a free specimen jar and asks that you recover a sample from another world for him. Alright, cool. We will hold on to that. Now for corruption, we pay $100 for each point. So we are going to spend $300 and heal all 3 corruption. Then roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, we also take d6 wounds, ignoring defense. We are good. Now, do we want to spend $590 for this tomb chest? I think we're going to pass on it. It's not that much of a savings off of the one we can buy from the blacksmith, and we don't have any Darkstone currently, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's see if there is a town event. We need anything higher than a 1. We are good. We will spend another night in the hotel. Let's see what our day 2 events are. First one is a traveling tonic wagon. Rolling into town, a traveling tonic salesman opens up the sides of his cart to show off his wares. Each hero may purchase up to 3 tonic tokens at a cost of $100 each. I think that we will be fine without some tonic. Our second one is wounded soldiers. The town is filled with wounded soldiers that marched in this morning from a nearby battle. They are the last remnant of their division overrun by the horror from beyond. Each hero may give up their day in town to help the wounded, make a lore 3+ test, and gain 10 XP for every 3+ rolled. If at least 1 6 is rolled, you may also draw a gear card, as a dying soldier passes it on to you. We may do that. Let's see what today's fresh supply is that's being offered before we decide. That is an axe. Once per turn, you may add +2 damage to one of your combat hits. Well, we use a 2-handed sword, so that's not going to really do much for us. So let's go ahead and try to help these wounded soldiers. We need to make a lore 3+ test. Our lore is 4. And we gain 10 XP for every 3+ rolled. So 20 XP. And 1 6 was rolled, so we also draw a gear card. Our gear card is Holy Charm. Discard this item to prevent all damage done to you by a demon or undead enemy. Or discard this item to reroll any single die, adding +1 to the roll. Interesting. Okay, let's see if there is a daily event. I'm sorry, let's see if there's a town event, rather, at the end of the day. Need higher than a 2. We are good. We will spend another night in the hotel. And today's daily events are Strange Lights Overhead. Any heroes that chose to stay at the campsite today may only roll a single d8 on the campsite hazard chart instead of the normal 2d6. Does not affect us. Second, they've all heard the stories. Virtually everyone in town has heard the terrifying stories of what is going on down in the mines. None of them seem too eager to go see it firsthand. All allies cost +$50 each for the rest of this town stay. Okay, I don't think we're going to be purchasing any allies this go around either. Let's see what our fresh supply deal today is. And we have found a bugle. Once per adventure, you may blow the bugle to cancel a Growing Dread card on the d6 roll of 3+, or to prevent the darkness from moving on the depth track. And that would cost us $400. I don't think that that's really worth it to us either. I also think that I am going to sell the Holy Charm that we got off of our wounded soldier friend, giving us another $350. I would like to try and get an ornate case that we can keep our katana in, so we don't have to roll for corruption on it anymore. But that is $12.50 and we don't have enough right now. Don't know if it's worth going to the gambling hall to try and win some extra money. Let's give it a shot. Let's go over to the gambling hall and see if we can win enough money to grab us that ornate case. Sure, we will not be buying this bugle today. Let's roll for our location event. A 9. Everyone's a winner. The Devil's Wheel strikes a jackpot and everyone cheers. Every hero at the gambling hall immediately gains D6 times $25. Well, there you go. We're already on a lucky streak. $100. I think we're going to play some 5-card draw poker, similar to what we did in our first town visit. So it'll cost $50. We roll 5 dice to represent our hand. Man, that's a good hand. Now we have to pay an additional $50 to $250 more as an extra bet. We can re-roll any number of our dice. Let's go big or go home. Let's do $250 as our extra bet. And we will try to get a 4 of a kind. Ooh. Alright, so we will hold on our 4 of a kind. Once you have your final hand, you may spend 1 grit to add an additional 0 to 250 to your extra bet. Let's do it. We have a pretty good cunning. We have a cunning of 4. And we're going to need a cunning 3+ test. So let's go ahead and spend another 250. Makes our extra bet $500. And then we make our cunning test to win based on how good our final hand of cards is. So we have 4 of a kind. We have a cunning of 4, and we just need a cunning 3+. And we win. So we win double our extra bet, so that's $1,000, and D6 times $25. So let's see how much extra we get. Another 100, so $1,100 total from winning, which does give us enough for that ornate case, as long as nothing horrible happens at the end of the day. I think we will end the day here. Let's see if there is a town event. Need higher than a 3. We are good. Spend the night in the hotel again. And let's see what our daily events are for day 4. Market prices are up. Supplies are running short since the last demonic attack. Everyone is a little spooked trying to gear up before the next wave hits. All prices in town are plus $10 today. Second one. We found something. Buried in the sand. Come take a look. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Each hero may make a lore 4+ test to investigate. Gain 10 XP for every 4+ rolled. If you roll any 1s, take D6 horror hits. If you roll any 6s, you also discover that the miners have found something of value and are willing to sell it to you. Draw a world card to see where the object came from, then draw an artifact card from that world. You may purchase this artifact for D6 times $50. Okay. So a lore 4+. We have 4 lore. 10 XP for every 4 plus rolled. So 30 XP, and we did get a 6. Let's draw our world card and see where the artifact is from. Trodera. The artifact we pull is a squid canary. Once per adventure, cancel an ambush attack completely on a d6 roll of 3+. On the roll of a 1, however, the squid canary succumbs to darkstone radiation and bursts. Fun. Alright. Let's see how much this would cost if we purchase it. D6 times $50, 150. Let's see what our fresh supplies gear card is before we decide anything. A dead man's poncho. +3 sanity and ignore weather effects. This would cost us $450. That might be worth it. I don't think we have enough money to buy our ornate case and that poncho though. So this would be $450, this is $150. Can we even wear the poncho? Yes, our armor is listed as torso and the poncho is shoulders, so we could wear it. That actually might suit us better right now than the ornate case. And market prices are up. Okay, I think we will buy the poncho for $460. I don't think we're going to mess with the squid canary. He's cute and all, but we don't really need it. We could go to the street market still and attempt to do some street gambling. Let's go ahead and try that. Roll for the location event at the street market. Hogs and horse thieves. Dark and foreboding, the back alleys of the street market stink of fish and filth. Smells like home. No event. Okay, so it costs us $25 for street gambling. We roll 4 dice and try to get a straight or a set. You then pay an extra $25 to re-roll any number of those dice. Okay. I think we'll keep the 3s. Okay. So we got one more 3. Now we can roll 3 more times at $50 each. Alright, so let's pay $50. I hope this is worth it. There we go. We have 4 of a kind. We get $100 times the number rolled. So we rolled $300. That gives us $1,320, which is enough for the case that we want to buy. So we will purchase the ornate case for $1,260. And that will be it for this town stay. Let's see if there is a town event at the end of the day. There is not. Once again, thanks everyone for tuning in, and be sure and join us for our next adventure.